What's up guys, it is Joseph Rakich here from josephrakichfitness.com. Now if you saw the thumbnail of this video, you would obviously know that this is my top 5 ab exercises to get chiseled abs. Now first off, what I want everyone to know that no matter how many ab exercises you do, or no matter what specific ab workouts you do, you're never going to have chiseled abs if you've got a layer of body fat on your abs. Now the only way to lose your body fat on your abs is obviously follow a calorie deficit diet, which means consuming less calories than your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, also known as your maintenance calories. So for example, if you burn 2,500 calories per day on average and you consume less than that, that means you are in a calorie deficit. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body has no source of energy to use, therefore it has to grab energy from somewhere else, and that place is your stored body fat. So you have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose fat. And a good way to put you in a calorie deficit is cardio. Cardio is not needed to lose fat, but it is a very good and very helpful calorie burning tool. Now the more calories you burn, the greater of a calorie deficit you can be in. The greater calorie deficit you're in, the more body fat you can lose, which obviously results in a leaner physique and more chiseled abs. Now, you could be so lean and not have amazing abs because they may lack size in the abdominal muscles. Now the only way to build size in your abs is obviously train them through various exercises, whether it be body weight or weighted. Now I'm going to take you through my top 5 ab exercises that really help develop and build a great core. Now the bigger your abs are and the lower your body fat is, the deeper your abdominal cuts are going to be, which is going to result in better abdominal definition. So the key to having amazing abs is muscle hypertrophy in the abdominal muscles, which means increase in muscle cell size in the abs, and low body fat. Have those two and you're going to have amazing abs. So right now I'll take you through my top 5 exercises and then show you what I do, the exercises I perform, the number of sets, and the number of reps I like to do. Now anyone that's been following me for a while is obviously going to know bench jackknives are going to be in my top 5 somewhere. So we're going to start off with bench jackknives as my number 1 exercise for building chiseled abs. So I'm going to do 3 sets on this, guys. Now a key for doing this exercise, you want to really focus on the squeeze and contraction of the abs. So what I do, grab the back of the bench, have my feet together, I crunch my upper body forward and I crunch my legs up. So that was exercise number 1 and set number 1. Now the rep range that I'm doing for this exercise here is 15. When you're doing this exercise, you should feel your abs burning and hurting from the very first rep. Basically what I mean is each time you crunch up, squeeze, contract, tense your abs as physically hard as you can and get them all to just that's the only way I can describe it. If you stretch up like this, you should just feel abs. I like to keep it really high and intense, so the reps, at least 10, 15, rest periods short, and exercises back to back. 1, 2. So that's exercise number 1, guys. Now on to exercise number 2 for my top 5, which is going to be hanging knee ups. There's a few different variations you can do for this exercise. You can do hanging leg raises, Pikes, where you bring your knees right up to the bar, and knee ups. But today I'm going to do hanging knee ups, because what I like to do when I do my knee ups is keep the range of motion partial. What that does, it allows me to keep the tension on the abs the whole entire time, because I'm not fully extending at the bottom. And the more tension, more stress you have on the abs, the more activation there is. The more activation, the more chance for muscle growth. So what a lot of people do, they do this. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to keep the range of motion partial and just really burn them out. Now obviously before, when I gave my talk, I mentioned diet and cardio. A lot of you at home probably thinking, what type of cardio should I do? What is the best type of cardio? There are 3 different types of cardio. There is LISS, which is low intensity sustained state, which is like a walk on the treadmill. That's good because it burns calories. There's also MISS, which is moderate intensity sustained state cardio, which is like a run for 15-20 minutes. That's also good because it burns calories, and more calories than LISS. Then there is HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. An example of that would be hill sprints. So sprint up a hill, 100% max effort, walk back down, rest, recover, and repeat. And that is very beneficial and actually superior to MISS and LISS cardio because of the 24-hour afterburn effect. So after you've done that cardio, for 24 hours after, you're actually burning more and more calories. Just sitting at home, resting, whether in the couch watching TV or playing Xbox or whatever, you're still burning calories because of your afterburn effect. So HIIT is the superior type of cardio, but it doesn't mean the other 2 should be neglected. HIIT is very taxing on the body and the central nervous system. And if it is taking too much away from your weight training sessions and affecting your weight training sessions, then you probably want to pull back on the HIIT cardio and then do more LISS, low intensity and moderate intensity cardio to get that calorie burn up. My best advice is do a mixture. Probably don't do HIIT cardio any more than twice a week, and keep the majority of your cardio either LISS or MISS. That way for the calorie burn and the HIIT cardio for the 24-hour afterburn effect. Anyway, third set. Right, exercise number 3, guys. It is Swiss ball bounces. I'm gonna bring the ball here and I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so exercise number 3, Swiss ball bounces. What we're doing is we are literally bouncing on the ball and I am doing that purposely. So the reason for this is the main focus of this exercise is not to get the abs to crunch up, it's to focus on the contraction. So we're keeping the reps basically short and fast, so it's just pumping action, and each time we come up we really tense and squeeze the abdominals. We're going to keep the rep range high, so it's always above 20 or at 20. Squeeze, squeeze. So what I like to do, I like to stretch my abs out over the ball as well. Stretch out, bounce up off, contract. A key for training abs and calves, squeeze and contract the muscle as hard as you can. The harder you squeeze and contract, the more activation, the more activation, the more growth. As long as you diet at some point. If you need a diet, click the link in my description box down below. Always plug. Squeeze. Squeeze. Woo. Make sure you work your thumbs in between your sets as well. Just gotta get that thumb pump. But seriously guys, if you guys got any questions on training, nutrition or supplementation, hit me up on Twitter. I'm on Twitter all day, responsive 24/7. So just tweet me any questions that you have. My Twitter name is @Joseph. Any questions, I'm there. Good. Exercise number 4 now guys, we're going to go to decline crunches. A pro tip for this one, lock your legs in and tense your legs in here as hard as you physically can. I don't know why, but for some reason you can just feel it in your abs a whole lot more. If you let your abs just loose and relaxed, it's a different feeling. So I always just lock and tense my legs as hard as I can here, and then squeeze my abs. Squeeze. It's all about the squeeze, guys. The harder you squeeze, honestly, it amplifies what you're doing by 1,000. A lot of people honestly just sit up, back and down. Honestly, it's just working the hip flexors, and the abs are like the secondary muscle. Like I squeeze the fuck out of my abs. Make sure you drink your water as well. Rep range for this is anywhere between 10 and 20. A key, a take-home point, don't count the reps, make the reps count. So what most people do in the gym, they aim for 20 reps. Their focus is just to get to 20 reps, whether if those reps are effective or not effective. Really focus on making each one of those reps count. So don't count the reps, make the reps count. Once you understand that, and once you do all your training from that point of view, it'll change. I honestly don't care if you get to 5 reps, if those 5 reps counted. I can do 100 reps on here by using my hip flexors. I can do 5 reps on here using my abs. Those 5 reps will be much more effective than those 100 reps with my hip flexors. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Alright guys, we are now on to our 5th and final exercise for my top 5 ab exercises for chiseled abs. But again, to get chiseled abs, you must lose your body fat, and that is done through diet. So my 5th and final exercise is cable crunches. Now I'm doing these cable crunches standing. The reason being, you can do it standing or kneeling, my advice is whatever you feel best in your abs. Now when you're doing it standing, what you want to focus on is keeping your ankles in line with your knees and your knees in line with your hips. As soon as you crunch down and you put your bum out, all that does is just deactivates the abs, and that's obviously not what you want to do. So the key is to keep your hips in line with your knees as much as you can. Have a good muscle-mind connection. Focus on tensing and squeezing the abs, contracting the abs, using the abs to pull the weight down, and not just pulling the weight down with your body, which most people do. And they're like, yeah, I did 20 reps, but those 20 reps didn't count. So it's all about making the abs do the work and not just getting to the fucking number, whatever it is. Doing this exercise here really allows you to go quite heavy, and you can put a lot of weight on the abs that they usually wouldn't experience with other exercises. For example, the Swiss ball bounces that I did before, it's not really an exercise that you can overload the muscle with weight, but what you are overloading the muscle with is that squeeze and that contraction. This exercise here, the main focus is overloading the abdominals with weight that they haven't experienced. And the hanging knee ups that I did before, that is basically overloading the muscle with stress. There's all different ways you can overload the muscle, and they all lead to growth. And there you go, guys, that is the end of my ab workout, and that is my top 5 ab exercises for chiseled abs. So first exercise that we did, I'll just go over a recap of the whole thing again. First exercise was bench jackknives, obviously one of my favorite if you've been following me for some time. Second exercise that I did was hanging knee ups, one of my favorite exercises also, obviously because of the stress that you can put on the abs. Third exercise I did was Swiss ball bounces, a great exercise for getting the squeeze and contraction of the abdominals. Like I said, the better squeeze, the more activation, the better growth. Fourth exercise that I did was decline crunches, another great exercise for really getting that squeeze and contraction. And the fifth and final exercise, which you just saw me do, was standing cable crunches. A great exercise for overloading the abs with a lot of weight that they wouldn't experience anywhere else. So we overloaded the muscle with all different ways of overload. All of them will lead to more growth. More growth will result in bigger abdominals. Bigger abdominals will result in deeper abdominal cuts, providing your body fat is low enough. Now, like I mentioned at the start of this video, you're not going to have visible abs with deep cuts if you've got that layer of body fat. So the key tip to getting those chiseled abs is to lower your body fat. Like I said, that's done through diet and cardio. Now, if anyone at home needs help with a personalized meal plan or workout program to burn that body fat, I'd love to help you. Just click the link in the description box down below and join my 12-week transformation program. I include monthly updated meal plans with all protein, carbs, fats, total calories, everything worked out precisely for you and your goals. Monthly updated workout programs based on your goals. My extreme ab workouts are also included, where I include my best exercise for the TVA muscle, which is the muscle responsible for creating the Adonis belt, also known as the V-cuts down to your groin. I include 24/7 customer support, so me or my team will get back to you with any questions that you have. I've got a JRF app that you can access all your personalized meal plans and your workout programs on. So when you're in the gym training, you can check your workout program, what you got to do next. Everything's got video description showing you how to perform the exercise. I have a free supplement guide telling you what supplements I personally recommend you to get. Access to my secret private Facebook members only group, where all my clients can, communicate, post up their transformation pictures, and where I can communicate with you. I do live streams there. And apart from that, you'll join the community with the whole Team JRF and you'll get amazing results. I'm so confident in my personalized meal plans and workout programs that I guarantee you guys results. And if you don't see any results within the first 14 days, I have a 100% money back guarantee. So if you want to join my program, just click the link in the description box down below right now and join me today. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a few tips. Give these 5 exercises a go and let me know what you think. Again, thank you for watching. It's time for me to go eat, so I'm gonna go have some chicken and kurma, one of my favorite meals. Next video that I'm going to be uploading, guys, is going to be a Q&A. So any questions that you have on anything, training, nutrition, supplementation, leave a question in the comment box down below and I'll get back to you. I'm done.